We all have days when we just need some alone time. But if you're starting to feel depressed because you have no social life, then this is something that you need to figure out. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. I'm about to share with you the exact same advice that I teach to our clients in our social skills coaching program. They've seen great results with it, so you know this stuff works. My name is Mike Macapinlac. I help STEM professionals improve their social confidence. If you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every single week. Making friends as an adult isn't always the easiest thing to do. This is especially true if you're shy, introverted, or have social anxiety. But as human beings, we're meant to be around others. That's why you need to learn how to be outgoing and talkative in order to create meaningful relationships. That being said, I want to share with you 10 reasons why you have no social life and what to do about it. All right, let's get into it. Reason number 1 is that you don't go out enough. At the end of the day, building a social circle is still going to be a numbers game. The more you put yourself out there, the faster you'll meet like-minded people. As a social skills coach, I notice that most individuals who have no social life spend too much time on their own. They just don't go out enough. Personally, I've worked with a lot of engineers, programmers, and developers in the past. Because they're paid based on their technical expertise, they're not really required to be social. Most of them work from home as well, which severely limits their ability to interact with others. If that sounds like you and you're wondering how to improve your social life, you have to be willing to make a change. Stop making excuses and take responsibility for your situation. That's why you have to limit activities that isolate you for too long. As intimidating as it could be, accept valid invitations from others and make an effort to socialize. Even if you can only stay for an hour at an event, that's totally okay. Feel free to start small and ease yourself into going out more. That way, you'll build positive momentum and see some quick wins. Reason number 2 is that you have poor social skills. Most individuals who struggle socially lack awareness and experience talking to people. They literally just don't know any better. If you think about it, it's not like they teach you this stuff in school or at home, right? If you have no social life, it's probably because you never learned how to interact with people. But just like any other skill, you can figure out how to be more socially confident. You just need the right plan, enough practice, and expert guidance. That being said, you can start the process of educating yourself by reading books, listening to podcasts, and watching videos around this topic. And then do your best to implement the things that you're learning as much as you can. The better your social skills are, the faster you'll be able to build an awesome social circle. Once you figure this out, you never have to miss out on opportunities to connect with others. This is definitely a skill worth learning, so make sure you put some effort into it. Reason number 3 is that you have a busy schedule. The older we get, the more responsibilities we have compared to when we were younger. It's easy to get caught up with work and paying bills. But if you have no social life, then you have to evaluate how you've been spending your time. For example, you can't expect yourself to meet new people when you're at the office for 80 hours a week. Unfortunately, that's just not how things work. You're not going to be able to build any type of relationship if you have a busy schedule. If you want to know how to get a social life, you have to evaluate your priorities. Remember, all the money in the world means nothing if you don't have anybody to create memories with. Again, take the time to identify what's important to you and then act accordingly. Reason number 4 is that you're introverted. Figuring out how to meet like-minded people can be challenging, especially if you prefer spending time by yourself. As an introvert, you have limited energy to socialize. That's why you have to be more strategic with how you go about connecting with others. My recommendation is for you to add a social component to things that you already like to do. For example, instead of reading a book at home, go to a trendy coffee shop. Sign up for a group fitness class instead of exercising by yourself. Join a co-working space instead of always working from home. Do you see how that works? As you can see, learning how to make friends as an introvert can be enjoyable. You just need to be intentional about it and think outside of the box. Remember, small actions that are taken repeatedly add up to something big eventually. When you meet people while doing something that you enjoy, you'll find the right relationships for you much faster. Reason number 5 is that you had to relocate. Most of our clients in our social skills coaching program had to move either for school or for their career. Because they don't know how to make friends in a new city, they had a hard time creating a social circle from scratch. As someone who had to relocate to different countries multiple times, I can definitely relate to them. From my experience, one of the best ways to improve your social life is to integrate yourself to your new environment. If you live in a major city, they typically have websites that promote what's happening locally. All you have to do is to spend a bit of time doing research online. Once you find these websites, make sure you bookmark them. Try to find their social media accounts as well. Visit them regularly to find things that interest you. That way, you can access the information that you need quickly when you're looking for social activities to do. Once you're out at an event, make an effort to introduce yourself to people and tell them that you're new to the city. Mention that you're still finding your way around and you're looking for recommendations. From my experience, almost everyone that I met while doing this have been very accommodating and caring. They went out of their way to make suggestions on different things that I should look into. The key here is to be vulnerable and to not be afraid to ask for help from others. Reason number 6 is that you have low self-esteem. Let me ask you a question. How can you expect others to be drawn to you if you don't feel good about who you are? If you have no social life, it's probably because you don't think you deserve it. If you assume people won't like you, then you'll act in ways to sabotage your relationships. That's why you have to work on raising your self-esteem. One of the best confidence building exercises that I know is to focus on your positive traits. Make an effort to think of what's good about you. By doing so, you'll realize that you're actually a pretty awesome person. You have a lot to offer in any relationship and that you're someone worth getting to know. You'll also come across more charismatic to others because you're able to validate yourself. The better you feel about who you are, the more you'll put yourself out there. Reason number 7 is that you don't look approachable. It's one thing to be quiet and reserved, but if you look unfriendly, then you might be pushing people away unintentionally. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a great first impression. That's why you have to take your appearance seriously. Whether you like it or not, your looks really do matter. Why? Because we make snap judgments about people right away based on what we see. To prove my point, picture this scenario. Imagine how you treat someone who's smiling and well-dressed compared to someone who's sad and frumpy. Very differently, right? If you're wondering how to improve your social life, you have to present yourself well. Make an effort to look more approachable by having an open body language. Stand up straight, make eye contact, and avoid crossing your arms or legs. Make sure you dress appropriately for whatever occasion you're in and groom yourself properly as well. When you look like someone worth getting to know, people will assume positive things about you. They'll be more likely to interact with you and take what you have to say more seriously. Reason number 8 is that you overthink social situations. Most people who struggle socially tend to exaggerate the worst case scenario in their heads. They focus on it so much that it cripples them from taking action. In fact, this reminds me of a client that I had before. Due to past trauma, he literally thought that people were going to spit at him if he tried talking to them. As crazy as it sounded, he was convinced that it was true. That belief prevented him from socializing with others for years until we started working together. Imagine all the opportunities he already missed out on because he was too afraid to put himself out there. That's why you have to get good at challenging your assumptions. Believe it or not, most people don't notice you all that much. Think about it. Unless it was recent or something really bad happened, you probably don't remember embarrassing things that others did, right? Keep this in mind and you'll figure out how to be less self-conscious. As a result, you'll feel more relaxed when you're around people and act more like yourself in any social situation. Reason number 9 is that you give up too easily. Most people who struggle socially get discouraged very quickly, especially if they don't see results right away. Because they don't know how to deal with rejection, they make it about them and they beat themselves up mentally. If this sounds like you, I want to remind you that developing any skill set takes time. Imagine you're watching a kid learn how to walk. You wouldn't just tell him to stop trying whenever he fell down, right? If you're wondering how to get a social life, you have to manage your expectations. In order to grow, you have to be willing to experience a little bit of discomfort. In your journey to build an active social life, anticipate that you're going to make mistakes. You're going to have weird moments and not everybody's going to like you. And you know what? That's totally okay. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that you're doing the best you could with what you know. In order to succeed socially, you just have to keep at it. When you get home from any gathering, I recommend you take out your journal and evaluate how you did. Identify what you did well and what you could have done differently. That way, you can be more strategic with your approach to improving socially. Reason number 10 is that your friends change their lifestyle. Mutual interest is the foundation of every great relationship. Isn't it so much easier to spend time with someone who enjoys the same things as you? But what do you do when your friend's lifestyle changes and you no longer have similar interests? I know for me, I see less of my friends who now have kids, have busy careers, or have moved to a different city. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. That's why you have to put in the effort to go out and meet new people consistently. You also have to get good at maintaining your friendships. Do your best to keep in touch with individuals in your network. Hit them up on social media, give them a call, or invite them out when you're doing something. By doing these things, you'll be able to bond with others and build closer relationships. As a result, you'll have more meaningful connections instead of having no social life. If you're shy and technically skilled and you want to know how to approach and talk to anybody, remember to download your free social confidence cheat sheet. The link is in the description below. If you're tired of struggling socially and you want to learn more about our social skills coaching program, book your free consultation today and let's connect. The link is in the description below as well. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who you know could benefit from it. And now, let's turn it to you. Which one of these reasons did you relate to the most? Do you not go out enough, or did your friends change their lifestyle? Leave me a comment below and let me know. Alright, that's it for me for now, and I'll see you in the next video.